Good people, what's going on? You guys are watching your favorite podcast, Connecting the Dots. Ken, what's been going on?
What's up, y'all? Happy New Year. It's our first episode of the year. And it's Caleb's birthday.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
We didn't say happy birthday yet.
Oh, I don't care.
Happy birthday.
Yeah, appreciate it. Thank you. I already received all the love. I appreciate y'all. So
a lot has been going on. It's only what's this? Today is the 6th. It's not even been a week yet. In like 2019, so much.
Wow.
So much has been going on. Today we're going to cover a couple of different things. I don't know if Caleb wants to go first because the thing that he has to talk about with the NFL kind of ties into a couple of other things that went on.
Okay.
There was a 7-year-old that was killed in Houston, Jasmine Barnes. We're going to get into that case. Recently, something just happened last night recently. Real recently, a break in that case. Mm-hmm. Minimum wage went up in a lot of states. The government is shut down, so a lot of things aren't happening that should be happening. And we're going to get into the Ashanti Act.
Yeah.
And we're going to do something new starting, I think, this week about Black history.
Okay. Yeah. I forgot about that. That's perfect. So, NFL first then? Maybe?
You might as well.
Okay. Everybody laughing. But if you guys haven't noticed, it's crazy, but so many black head coaches got fired on what's called Black Monday, which is funny. But that was crazy because I think it was over out of the 7 or 9 head coaches that were fired, 6 of them were black. And the fact that we already didn't have that many black coaches, like Marvin Lewis, Jay Black, sorry Bengals, much love to him, but he got fired. And even like Marvin Lewis, his case, you know, he was there for like 17 years? 16 years. And he was there since I was probably like in the first grade. But only thing is, you know, he constantly went to the playoffs. I get it. He didn't take him like over the hump, but he was still very successful for a franchise that had struggles. Todd Bowles from the Jets, that's your part of town.
Yeah.
He got fired, and I thought that was very, very unfair because I remember just reading articles about this in African American Studies last year, and it was pretty much just showing how black head coaches, they join these subpar teams and they don't get a quarterback, like as you saw with Hugh Jackson. He got Baker Mayfield, but that was after year 3. He was in year 3, so he was already had an 0-16 season. We talk about Todd Bowles. He didn't have a franchise quarterback until Sam Darnold, but he's a rookie that's 21 years old, same age as me. So it's like he's not going to have a winning season off the bat. And we have Steve Wilks, if you guys aren't familiar with this one, but he got fired from Arizona after 1 year.
So
and I thought that was crazy.
So right now there's only 2 black coaches.
Right now, who we got? We got my man Anthony Lynn on the Chargers. Mike Tomlin.
So is that,
and that's it.
Is that cool?
Y'all? I mean, we can't really get mad until we see coaches start getting hired.
Okay.
Because I mean, ain't nobody got hired yet.
Steve Wilks, or somebody else got fired. Vance Joseph on the Broncos. He got fired as well. And see, I think even like his case, he never had a franchise quarterback. Like he just got Case Keenum. Come on now, like Case Keenum isn't a franchise quarterback, right? Come on. And to me, like when we see people like the Jeff Fishers of the world, as we see the Rams, how good that they really are, but he wasn't doing anything when he was the head coach of the Rams. Or, I mean, I can go on for days about all the white head coaches that are subpar, or these white head coaches when they have 1 good year as an offensive coordinator or 1 good year as a defensive coordinator, and they get hired as a head coach like the next year. And black coaches have to go through hell. And me, I'm a diehard Steelers fan. See how people are saying Mike Tomlin that he needs to get fired. It's crazy. Yeah.
Who's the black coach? Isn't the Steelers, don't they have a black coach?
Mike Tomlin. And see, thing is, Mike
Okay.
Tomlin is the second most winningest head coach in the NFL right now behind Bill Belichick. And the fact that people are saying that he's not adequate as a coach shows you that as a black coach, Mike Tomlin has been to 2 Super Bowls. He got a Super Bowl his second season as a head coach. So the fact that people are calling for his head shows you like it's never enough as a black man in the NFL. So.
But y'all still support it.
Right.
You guys still support it though.
I think
it's like beyond support. You're fanatics of it.
I wouldn't say fanatics. It's
not
just,
you, but you know some. You know a lot of them.
Jay Black, talk to me, bro, because we watch
You all
NFL
know
games. So
some.
like, does this make
one
you a
is
fanatic?
I mean,
The allegiance
So,
that y'all
let me ask you
have
this, Kim.
with football is so serious.
Are you a fanatic of Love and Hip Hop?
I don't even watch that.
You on Love and Hip Hop?
You on the
Pick something
payroll?
else.
Hey, you was
Pick
on Love and
something.
Hip Hop.
You on the payroll?
Pick
See our
something
family
else.
hustle, man. You had a whole scene.
Pick something
Are you a
else.
fanatic of Donald
You on
Trump?
reality TV.
Pick something
Are you a
else.
fanatic of Donald
For sure.
Trump?
Are you guys gonna find something that I kind of like, or are you gonna go way? I don't get where you're going with this.
Do you like Nike?
I'm not even blaming any of you for being fanatics. I'm saying you know some. You don't have to be the ones.
No, honestly, I'm a Bengals fanatic. I can say that.
Okay.
But that's just because they're
you're
from my city.
a fanatic of an institution that is
But
underrepresents you.
In my defense, the Bengals hired black coaches. We about to get another
For a
black
long
coach.
time too.
And we about to get another
Ben
black coach.
Joseph.
You know,
Like,
I try to be more open-minded because, you know, everybody gives me a hard time because I'm just like, yes or no. There's no gray area with me, right? So now I'm like, all right, tell me, plead your case. Because they're like, not all of them are like that. My team does this and my team does that. And I'm like, okay. But some of y'all teams don't. And you still don't care. And it's like, once football season is over, I'm going to be so happy. And I like this time of year because the less and less people get off my feed with all this bullshit because each team is not here anymore. Like the Texans are gone now. Bye guys, all my friends from Houston.
And they got a black
I ain't got to see
quarterback.
none of that no more on social media.
Talk to him, Steve.
Go ahead, Steve.
My boy pulled the mic.
So this is Lingo Steve with the No Buffer podcast.
And what's your team,
On
Sher?
Mondays.
They playing right now the Baltimore Ravens.
Black quarterback too, right?
Black quarterback. But I wanted to say this as much like it's still some areas that need to be improved about all the leagues, NFL, all that. They still provide 80% of the league is black. Like they still provide a hell of opportunities.
So
like,
why isn't the
these all
leadership
young millionaires?
representative of the players?
Come again?
Why isn't the leadership representative of the players? That doesn't bother you?
You said the
What's his name? Even though he did some bullshit.
What's up?
Thank you,
What
Lou.
was the
Hey, Lou.
what was the safety? Ain't he the president of the players union?
Malcolm Jenkins.
Malcolm
Oh,
Jenkins.
yeah.
Right.
So I mean, I
Yeah.
guess in that.
But he kind of sold out though.
Malcolm Jenkins
thing.
sold out.
Yeah.
The reason why there's no leadership is because the owners blackballed the players.
That's facts.
This last collective bargaining agreement they signed, they actually went on strike, and it was a lockout, and then they was on lockout for like 2-3 months.
Yep.
They wasn't getting paid, and they panicked, and then they signed a collective bargaining agreement.
Okay, see, this is what I mean. Y'all know all of that. And so it's like, you know, but then when somebody stands up that has something to say that represents you and your people, no one gets on board with it and is like, oh, yeah, you know, you're right. Maybe we shouldn't. Maybe we should fall back from the NFL
we
little
have
bit.
no dog in the fight neither. We also
Get
not the ones
one.
getting paid $3 million a year and
Who
shit.
goes into a fight that don't have a dog?
Just think about it.
They have. I'm saying they have a dog in the fight. We don't. These are our opinions and what we know and how. Like when you got $3 million on the line.
Not just that, bro. Like Le'Veon Bell, $850K a week.
Let me ask you. Let me tell you this: all the players that had their contracts, you think they gonna
Stop them.
stop getting their money because
I'm not talking
for the fight?
I'm talking about everybody has a role to play.
I know.
And us as fans or as just consumers of their products and stuff like that. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, okay. I work at McDonald's. McDonald's is racist. You know what I mean? I don't need you to $7.25 an hour with your job.
You're comparing
But you know what?
$7.25 to $3.5 million.
Not the same. You are not the same.
It's a lot on the
We
line
talking
too,
about life
bro.
altering money here.
I'm just saying everyone can play a role. And then I'm not
I feel what
saying
you're
The only way it's gonna work is if the new players coming in from college that's gonna get drafted, they know they're gonna get drafted, be like, hey, we on strike or whatever. We're not gonna take that money or whatever.
Right off the
and
bat.
the players who worked their whole career to make that check and they finally got the check, you think they're gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna be with the lockout, so I don't get paid or whatever.
Well-
They're not gonna be that. We gotta have we gotta have a generation of players to sacrifice to make it happen.
Somebody
But
has
that's
to
not
take
gonna
the L.
happen because the veterans who only got a year or two left, they need to get their money.
Well,
There you
guess
go.
what? Some of those owners
And that
only
pension
have
as
a
well.
year or two left.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
hopefully
You gotta get that pension
the
check.
tide turns.
So
But-
that's where you say the leadership in there is really about money. It really ain't about that. At the end of the day, it's about
So,
I'm not
remember-
finna sit out a whole
It's
year
surviving as
and
well.
fight this fight
Yeah.
for no reason and not
Yeah.
get paid.
Well,
None of these players have work experience.
There you go.
Right,
Nothing
this
on
is
their
all they know.
resume.
They were raised
Nothing
to
on
do
their
this.
resume.
Okay, so-
They've been playing football since they was 5 years old.
So
That's
on
all they
another
know.
note, when the Freedom League starts, are you guys gonna support that?
But
I mean, I'm willing to, but like I say, it has to make sense.
We talked
T.O.
about the
I don't wanna
Freedom
just
League.
support things
some like
with
5
the-
other vets are
We
starting.
talked about the Freedom League. I'm gonna.
But Kim, I would say that the only problem is when it comes to alternative leagues it's not the NFL. At the end of the day, they don't have the infrastructure, they don't have the payroll, they don't have the stadiums, the equipment.
But they
all that
could,
stuff.
and that's what I mean. Like, okay, these people make millions and millions of dollars, and they've been making this much money for years. Some of them. What have they done as a part of saying, okay, for my people, for the cause, put something together to say, okay, eventually we're not going to do this. We're 3-4 generations into NFL football. Why hasn't someone said,
75
you know
years?
what?
Over
it still
75
hasn't
years.
changed. We need to. At one point, they were talking Puffy was going to buy the
Panthers.
And I was having this
Panthers.
same conversation at the barbershop with everybody. Like, what people have to understand when it comes to Diddy and all that stuff, the NFL is literally a fraternity. So if you notice on the logo, it's a shield. It's a shield for a reason. You have to get voted in. So the new owner of the Panthers, he had to present his financial plan. He had to present what he was going to do as owner. So I think people have to like take a step back and realize like this is a real fraternity. So you have to get voted in. So they aren't going to vote in somebody that's black and somebody that's pro-black. It's not going to happen.
My thing before we move on, like my thing is, I've always been supportive of all the protests.
Right.
But my thing is, I want to see the
What's
solution.
the
Like
actual solution?
Like
That's
even
what
with
the
the Freedom
solution
League,
is.
like I would
Yeah.
support the Freedom League,
So
but
does
let's
everyone
keep
know
it
what the
going. Like
Freedom
let's
League
grow.
is?
How is it different?
Before
Yeah, how
we
we
move
gonna
on,
grow it? Like
Right.
Is everyone aware of what the
stopped the
Freedom
NFL?
League is? Okay, so the Freedom League is another football league that Ricky Williams, Terrell Owens, and a couple of other people are starting up. Simon Rice, is his name Simeon?
Simeon Rice.
Simeon Rice.
Yeah, he played for the Bucks.
So they are getting up with 100 stakeholders, and they're founding a new league. And so far, they have a few teams that they're establishing: the Oklahoma City Power, San Diego Warriors, Portland Progress, Texas Revolution, Ohio Players, Florida Strong, Birmingham Kings, St. Louis Independence, Connecticut Underground, and Oakland Panthers. So that is,
They already started off wrong because they ain't got no Georgia team.
well, look.
Especially like if you're trying to
you
go
gotta
black,
start from somewhere.
but you don't have an Atlanta
They
team.
have to, for whatever reason, be it
Florida as well, right?
funding or space or stadium. This is what we have right now. Don't complain. Are we
And that's my
behind this
point.
or not? Are we
The
behind
best,
this?
the
And that's
best
my point.
Pick
opportunity
a
they
damn
had
team. Just pick a damn
was the
team.
USFL in the
Yep.
80s.
Yeah.
And they
But
failed, right?
And Trump, he was
USFL.
behind that. Yeah.
But see, the thing is an alternative.
Yeah.
But that was in like when the money started
Mid-80s.
flowing. Like, it was
Yeah.
the beginning stages. Like now that we talking about a multi-billion-dollar
well, listen,
traditions
listen.
too. Like we talking about like
people who
Listen.
die hard
practice their
fans.
whole life.
Yeah,
Well,
bro.
now we know that this is an alternative, and all I'm saying is know about it, get about it. It's a black business. It's an alternative to this, and it's an alternative to
Right.
have them holding you by the balls every time something political comes into play and dangle your shit in front of you, saying, "Oh well, black folks." Oh well, black folks, if you don't like what we got to say, I bet you won't stop watching football. I'm sick of that. That's the only thing I'm saying. Like when they started doing that, I'm good. I'm off this, because it's like everybody wants something, but nobody wants to give up anything to get it. Eventually, we're gonna have to stop doing something. I mean, if it's not football, like that's the least. You know what I mean? Like that's like has nothing to do with anybody.
Lives, like, nobody has to die.
That's nothing.
Yeah.
Like if we can't do that, that's what I'm saying. Just as a show of solidarity for anything.
Yeah, that's
if we
tough.
can't even do that, then it's like, you know what I mean? Like really.
It's not going to be a successful league until Tom Brady retires. When Tom Brady retires, Tom Brady
Anyway.
is going to start another league. He already said it.
Oh, for real? He said that?
Yeah, he's going to start another league. He's going to to be the revolutionary against the NFL.
Wow.